again, welcome to Solanco High School. I'm Zach Snyder alongside Levi Palmer. We've got Section 2 boys basketball action between the Golden Mules of Solanco and the Warriors of Warwick. Opening points tonight belong to the Warriors. Caleb Johnson hits from the corner for 3 points. Warwick comes into this one with a record of 12-2 overall, including a mark of 6-1 in Section 2 play. We've got a foul here as Noah Bailey drives the hoop. He is fouled by Caleb McCammon. That'll send Noah to the line where he has a pair of free throws. Could be a big night for Noah tonight. He sits at 992 career points, so he's looking to cross that 1,000-point threshold tonight. First one rattles home for Noah. Second one's off the mark. As I was saying, Warwick comes into this one with a record of 12-2 overall, including 6-0 in Section 2 play. For the Mules, they come in with a 4-11 mark and 1-6 in Section 2. Johnson, then we got corner. That shot's from Clausen off the mark. Zay Wright hauls in the long rebound for the Mules. Here's Bailey underneath. Bailey off the glass. Won't go. He's heading back to the charity stripe for 2 more. Bailey's fouled by McCammon. That's his second quick foul here for the Warriors. 2 personal fouls against McCammon. First of 2 from Bailey is good. Second one is good as well. Bailey ties it up for the Mules at 3. First minute of action here in quarter number 1. Washington with it now, works it to Horst. Horst for 3, and that is good for Parker Horst. So, 2 made threes for the Warriors here in the early going. Dan Bailey with it now. Dribbles, turns, finds Wright. Now Wagner has it. Wagner pulls up trying to answer. 3's a little short. Rebounds brought in there by Clausen for the Warriors. Washington and Horst. Corner 3 is up and good. That's Gavin Sturgis, who just checked into this one. He replaced McCammon, who sits with those 2 early fouls. So Warriors on fire from beyond the arc early on. Zay Wright looks to answer. High off the glass and good for Zay. Pulls the Mules back to within 5. Washington, Clausen back to Washington. There's Horst with it now. Inside entry pass for Clausen, and that's good. Give the assist to Horst there. Right to Noah Bailey. Noah Bailey isolated here against Sturgis. Kicks it to Wagner. Now around to Dan Bailey. Zay Wright scouting the Warriors defense. Nolan Wagner, 4-3, that comes up a little short. Rebounds hauled in by Clausen for Warwick. Warwick up by 6 here. Corner 3 from Johnson, no good, but the offensive rebound's kept alive by Horst. His shot's off the mark, but then he is fouled. Foul's called on the shot, so that's going to send Clausen to the line. Clausen hits back iron with it, first one. Here's his second. That's no good as well. Good student section on hand tonight for the Mules. I think a lot of them are in attendance tonight, looking to see if Noah can cross that 1,000-point threshold. And we've got an offensive foul called. I think it's going to go against Dan Bailey. Excuse me, that's called on Noah Bailey. I had the wrong Bailey there. Noah's first, team second. Your Majesty Washington has it here for Warwick. He finds Horst. Back to Washington. Horst for three. Down it goes yet again. That's 4 made three-pointers here in the first half of the first quarter for Warwick. Their lead sits at 9. Step back jumper, nothing but net from Zay Wright. Zay's got 4 for the Mules. He leads all Solanco scorers. Washington, way too tall for Horst, and that's an unforced turnover there by the Warriors. Got our first substitution checking in for Coach Hall tonight. Khalil Hines is in, replacing Daniel Bailey. Right to Hines. Noah Bailey, Noah for three, won't go, sits on the rim. I thought it might fall there for a second, but won't go. Here's Washington now, in the corner, this is Sturgis, drives, kicks. Johnson, threes, short, rebounds kept alive by Clausen for the Warriors, out of bounds. Last touch by the Mules, the ball will stay right here with the Warriors. Tyler Musters checked in for Warwick, and then on the inbound pass, it's stolen by Kieran Ludgate. He finds Hines, now hand off to Wright. Inside, Bailey, off the glass, won't go for Noah. Johnson has the rebound, excuse me, Muster has the rebound there for Warwick. Washington glides through 2 Mule defenders, crashes into Khalil Hines, but the contact happened before he hit Hines. Foul is called on the floor. It's going to go against Kieran Ludgate. Entry pass to Washington. One-timer won't go there from Washington. Warriors currently doubling up the Mules. Our score is 7-14. 3 minutes left here in quarter number 1. Bailey off the screen, fakes the shot, has it poked away from behind by Washington. Ludgate with it now for Solanco. Wagner for three. That's short from Nolan. Rebounds brought in there by Horst. Here's Washington. We got a blocking foul called here against Hines. Horst inbounds here, Sturgis for three, no good. Bailey has the rebound for Solanco. Mules were last in action on Tuesday night. They took on Cocalico up at their place. That one did not go the Mules' direction. But last Friday night, the Mules were able to get the win over Effort. That was their first win in Section 2. Here's Horst for three, and Horst hits yet again. Parker Horst was all alone in the corner, and he's shown so far tonight you cannot let that happen. He leads all scorers with 9, all 9 of them coming behind the arc. We've got a 30-second timeout taken here by Coach Hall. 2:13 left, quarter number 1. Solanco 7, Warwick 17. underway as Hines inbounds to right. Wagner with it now. Gets it to right. Now Hines. Back to right. Wagner. Wagner drives, steps in. Hines for three. Online, but won't go. Bailey gets the offensive rebound, keeps it alive from Solanco. His shot is partially blocked by Washington. Ball still loose. Now the Warriors have it. Here's Horst. Sturgis in the corner, Washington. Back to Sturgis. Washington 4-3. Won't go for Gymnasium Washington, but the rebound is controlled by Musser. Second chance points for the Warriors. Right, Bailey now. Guarded by Sturgis. Puts it on the floor, pulls up in the lane. Shot's too hard. Won't fall for Noah. He's still sitting on 3 points in this one. Reminder, he needs to get up to 8 if he's going to cross the 1,000-point threshold tonight. Ball's out of bounds, last touch by the Warriors. It'll be Solanco's ball, under a minute to play here in quarter number 1. Solanco 7, Warwick 19. The Bailey boys are swapping on the bench. Noah's going to take a breather. Right, Ludgate. Wagner. Awkward shot attempt there. I think it might have been partially blocked. Ball saved by Warwick. Washington in the corner. Now Horst. Stolen away. That was stolen from Musser. Got a blocking foul called here against Warwick. Substitution for the Warriors. Ja'Kai Dixon's checking in, replacing the starter, Parker Horst. Hines inbounds to right. 22 seconds left here. Hines to Ludgate, nearly stolen away by Washington. Now he gets his hands on it. He's on the floor. We've got a jump ball situation. Arrow points the Mules' direction. Right to Hines. Hand off back to right. 5 seconds left. Right pulls up, shoots over the Warwick defender and knocks down for 2. So after 1 quarter of basketball, Solanco 9, Warwick 19. Second quarter action coming at you next. Horst has it now here for Warwick as second quarter action is underway. Washington, Horst. Washington all alone. Washington 4-3. And that is good. The story of the first quarter is repeating itself as Warwick continues to rain down threes on the Golden Mules. Dan Bailey to Khalil Hines here. Zay Wright. Zay had 6 in the first quarter for the Mules. Dan Bailey all alone, foot's on the line. And the ref spotted that. He indicates that it is for 2. Washington with it here. He knocked down that 3 last time down the court. Horst to Washington. Deeper this time from Washington. Same result. Washington's the leading scorer in this balanced Warwick offense. He has close to 16 points a game. Hines to Bailey. This is Dan Bailey, now Zay Wright. Zay shoots over another defender. This time it won't fall, but Noah has the rebound and scores 2 for the Mules. He's up to 5 in this one. Noah currently sits at 997 career points. Washington even deeper. This time it won't go, but kept alive by Warwick. And the driving layup attempt by Parker Horst is no good, but he's fouled on his way to the rim. That's going to send Parker Horst to the line for 2 free throws. First one is good from Horst. Substitution here from Coach Hall. Khalil Hines heads back to the bench. He's replaced by Kieran Ludgate. So right now the Mules have their starting 5 back together on the court. Horst misses there. Ball's out of bounds, knocked out of play there by Caleb Johnson. So it will be the Mules' ball. Right drive, swatted away by Washington, kept alive here by Rusnak. Now Washington has it, turns, Rusnak, cross court, that's Clausen with it. Clausen drives, hits the side of the backboard. Bailey, 4-3, will not go. Clausen. No good. Dan Bailey has the defensive rebound for Solanco. Mules down 13 here. 5:20 left in quarter number 2. Noah Bailey is 3 points away from 1,000. Bailey to right. Now Dan Bailey with it. Ludgate 4-3, no good. Nolan Wagner gets the rebound, puts it back up, and is fouled. 2 points for Nolan Wagner with a chance to add 1 more here at the line. Sturgis back on for Warwick. He replaces Ryan Rusnak. Wagner looking to convert the 3-point play, and he does just that. Max Riley checks in. He replaces Nolan Wagner. And we got a quick substitution here right before the ball is inbounded from Coach Christensen and the Warriors. Connor Beck in for the first time tonight. Warwick's showing some of their depth here pretty early on. They've already gone 10 deep into their bench. Washington through the Mules defense, won't go. Ludgate has the rebound for Solanco. Bailey, 4-3. And Noah Bailey is fouled on the three-point attempt. That's going to send Noah to the line where he has got 3 free throws. First one is good from Noah Bailey. As is his second. Noah sits at 999 career points here for the Golden Mules. Third free throw is up and good, and Noah Bailey has added his name to the Solanco record book. He becomes the 9th member in Solanco basketball history, boys basketball history, to score 1,000 points. Once again, we want to congratulate Noah Bailey as he became the 8th player in boys basketball history here at Solanco to score 1,000 points. It was most recently done by Dylan Hastings during the 2017 season. Not to let the game get lost in the moment here, but those 3 free throws from Noah Bailey got the Mules back within 7. They've trailed by as many as 13 here in first half action from Solanco High School on a Friday night. Horst has it here for the Warriors. Clausen now. Clausen pulls up deep 2 is good from Brody Clausen. Zay Wright turns, finds Riley, now Hines. Here's Dan Bailey. And the shot from Zay Wright is up and good. Zay's got 8 for the Mules. Clausen to Horst. Horst is fouled on his way to the basket. Foul's going to be called on the floor, so no shots here for Horst. Second team foul by the Mules. A couple of substitutions here from Coach Hall. Wagner and Bailey are back in, replacing Hines and Riley. Inbound pass goes right to Johnson. He lays that in for 2. The Warriors answer right back after that made Zay Wright basket here on the Mules end. Dan Bailey turns, finds Zay Wright, fakes the three, steps inside the arc, shoots for two, and that one's good from Zay Wright. Horst for three. And Parker Horst yet again has hit from downtown. 4 made threes for Parker Horst. Noah Bailey looking for that 1,001st point right now. Gets it to Zay Wright. Heat check there from Zay Wright, won't go for him. Clausen's looking for McCammon. Too tall for McCammon, out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. It'll give possession back to the Mules. Mules trail by 10, 2:16 left here in the second. Solanco 23, Warwick 33. Right, here's Bailey. To Zay Wright. And Nolan Wagner inside, Noah Bailey! 10 points for the game, 1,002 points in his career. McCammon. Here's Clausen. Back to McCammon. Clausen steps inside, swivels through the Mules defense, gets his own miss. Second time around, third time around. Maybe a fourth time around. Before that fourth shot goes up, he is fouled there. So I think that was 3 offensive rebounds in succession there for Brody Clausen. Foul's called on the floor, so no shots for Clausen. And he is replaced here by Tyler Musser. Max Riley's back in, replacing Kieran Ludgate. McCammon loses it, ball's loose. I think we're gonna have a jump ball situation here, and we do, and the arrow favors Solanco. Wright has it stolen away from him as he tried to find Wagner, and that turnover is converted by Connor Meck into 2 points for Warwick. Wright to Riley. Riley has his shot blocked from the free throw line. That was Caleb Johnson who got his arm up. Here's Johnson with it now. Crashes into Dan Bailey. They're going to call the foul on Dan Bailey. Here's McCammon, first of 2, hits the first one. Excuse me, that was Johnson, not McCammon. Caleb Johnson comes into this one, shooting 63% from the line. And we've got a lane violation committed there by the Warriors. Warwick up 10 as we head into the final minute of the first half. Pull-up jumper is good from Zay Wright. He's made a bunch of difficult shots here in the first half. And then we've got a steal. Ravina got in the way of that pass. This is the first game action tonight for Davide, excuse me. Isaiah Wright with it now. Finds Nolan Wagner, rattles home, good for Nolan Wagner. 7 seconds left. Horst swivels through the Mules defense and scores 2, and that'll be our final action of the first half. Our score at the half, Solanco 30, Warwick 38. We'll have the second half coming up for you next. Welcome back. Second half action underway here. I'm Zach Snyder alongside Levi Palmer. At the break, the Mules trail the Warriors by 8. Opening possession here in the second half belongs to Warwick. Johnson with it here for the Warriors. Gets it to McCammon, works it around to Washington. Washington shoots over Ludgate. Won't go. McCammon keeps it alive for Warwick. Here's Horst now. Washington to McCammon. McCammon leaves it for Johnson. Johnson for 3. No good. Rebound there by Zay Wright after a nice box out effort from Dan Bailey. Wagner, Ludgate for 3. Won't go for Kieran. Clausen has the rebound. He finds Johnson streaking towards the basket. Johnson scores 2. The assist goes to Clausen. That easy basket is going to prompt a timeout from Coach Hall. It'll be a full timeout. 6:58 left here in the third. Solanco 30, Warwick 40. Well, we've got a break in the game action. Let's take a moment to thank the boys basketball sponsors for the 2024-2025 season. DeWald Funeral and Cremation Services Incorporated, HERS, Lancaster Aces, Susquehanna Ford, Reynolds and Shivery Funeral Home Incorporated, the Katie Hall team of Brookshire and Hathaway, Hershey Brothers Transmission, Dolce Vita Pizzeria and Grill, the Ancient Order of the Croaking Frogs, Martin's Appliance, and the boys basketball tournament sponsor, 3 Ring Automotive Repairs. Thanks to all our sponsors for the 2024-2025 Solanco boys basketball season. Here's Wright with it. Wright has it stripped away there by Horst. Here come the Warriors. Horst lays in for 2 after he stripped Isaiah Wright. Horst leads all scorers in this one. He's got 17. Hines. Inside. Nolan Wagner comes up a little bit short with that layup attempt. Johnson has the rebound for the Warriors. Washington all alone in the corner. That one's too long. Bailey got right, keeps it himself. His layup won't go. We've got a foul on the loose ball there. Foul's called against Washington. That's his 3rd, team's 1st. Hines, Bailey in the corner. Bailey spins. Makes contact with McCammon, and they call the charging violation on Noah Bailey. So, that foul against Noah, that's his 2nd, team's 2nd. Overall, the Mules brought a pretty balanced scoring attack in that first half. But the problem for Solanco is Warwick rained down 3s. I think they had 7 made 3-pointers in the first half. Clausen, Horst drives. Horst gets to the cup and lays in. Davide Ravina is up to the bench. He's preparing to check in. They're going to call the foul against McCammon here. That's McCammon's 3rd. He picked up 2 quick fouls, sat for a good chunk of the first half. Back out here to start the second half, but he just picked up number 3. Bailey to Ludgate. Here's Wagner. Now Ravina. Wagner looks for help, gets it to Zay Wright. Hands off to Ravina. Ludgate here as the Mules are comfortable working the ball around on this possession. Ludgate gets inside. His layup will not fall for him. Johnson has the rebound for the Warriors. Washington, McCammon in the corner. McCammon, three, no good. Right with it now for the Golden Mules. Wagner looking for Bailey. Out of bounds, last touch by Clausen. Warriors currently up by 14. This is their biggest lead of the night. Ravina, Wagner. Ravina again. And he throws a pass intended for Noah Bailey, but that's intercepted by McCammon and the Warriors. Horst, Clausen off the glass. No good there from Clausen. Bailey has the rebound here for the Mules. Bailey backs down Clausen, lays in, 2 points, Noah Bailey. Here's Horst, fakes the three, gets Zay right on his feet, drives instead, swivels through the Mules, shots blocked, sent back by Kieran Ludgate. So that blocked shot out of bounds will keep possession alive for the Warriors. Inbound to Washington. They tried that play in the first half, did not work in the first half, does work here as the inbound pass right off the fingertips of Gymnasium Washington and into the hoop for the Warriors. Wright is fouled there by Horst. Basket doesn't go, but that'll still leave Zay with 2 shots from the free throw line. Wright knocks down the first. Here's his second. That one is not good for Isaiah. McCammon now. McCammon goes hard to the hoop. He's fouled on his way there. Foul's called against Ravina. His first, team's third. First of 2 from McCammon. Falls for the Warrior. Riley's back in. First time we've seen Max here in the second half. He replaces Ravina. Wright pestered here by Horst. Gets it to Riley. Riley finds Wagner. Wagner fakes his shot. Now looks for help. Puts on the floor, drives. Guarded closely by Johnson. Can't get by him. Ball's loose for a second. Riley behind the back. Opens up for Wagner. Wagner makes basket for 2, and he is fouled. So give the assist to Max Riley on that one. Garrett Wagner converts the 3-point play. Gets the Mules back to within 12. Under 3 left here in quarter number 3. Washington got himself in the air, still found Horst there. Clausen, McCammon, Horst. Horst! Moment of indecision, loses the ball. Picked up by Kieran Ludgate as the Mules take advantage of that turnover. Bailey right. Ludgate. Ludgate! Reverse layup. No good from Kieran. Washington. Riley looks at, ooh, they're gonna call the blocking foul there on Max Riley. After that blocking foul, Washington's at the line here. He does hit on the front end. Both are good there from Washington. Wagner looking for Wright. And I think Wright's momentum was taking it away from the ball as that pass was released, and he just couldn't recover in time to get to it. Johnson, Clausen, Washington here with it now. Washington through the Mules defense, spins around the cylinder and falls for Washington and the Warriors. Riley to right. Another pull-up jumper deep from Isaiah Wright. And over again tonight, he has hit that tough shot. 2 more points for Isaiah Wright. He leads all Mules with 15. Clausen forced for 3. Off the mark. Riley has the defensive rebound for Solanco. Final minute of the third. Entry pass to Bailey. Bailey can't hit that layup. Now here's Ludgate in the corner, no good. Noah Bailey has the rebound, puts it back up. Noah Bailey is fouled and is a step to the line. Last time Noah Bailey was the line, he hit 3 out of 3, including his 1,000th point here at Solanco. First one's good from Noah Bailey. Substitutions here for the Warriors. Ja'Kai Dixon checks in along with Tyler Musser. Bailey hits both. Mules back within 12. Little 4-point run here for the Solanco in the closing moments of the third. Washington drive, sent back by Ludgate. Under 30 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Wright's with the ball. Now Riley hands off to Wright. Zay from the elbow, won't go. And Musser, as time expires in the third, adds to the Warwick lead. They are up by 14 heading into the final frame. So after 3 quarters, Solanco basketball, Mules 40, Warriors 54. underway. Mules have the ball to get us started. Riley to Wagner. Wagner drives with it here. Pulls up at the line. Won't go. Washington, McCammett, Washington now. Good defense there played by Trey Riley. Washington can't convert that difficult shot, but then the ball is loose, scooped up here by Dixon. Dixon scores over Zayrite 4-2. Wright is looking for Wagner, and that's going to be the backcourt violation as Riley touches it as it rolls out of bounds. Dan Bailey's in, replacing Nolan Wagner. McCammett. And that is good for another three from the Warriors. Right, Riley, 4-3. Comes up short from Max Riley there. In the corner, Musser tries his luck, won't go. Rebounds fought over. Ludgate finally secures it for the Mules, and they're going to call a foul here against McCammett. That's going to be McCammett's fourth. Riley has it here for Solanco. Bailey tries to give and go there with Riley. Not sure that's how it's drawn up, but that's going to work for the Mules as Riley kicks to Ludgate, and Ludgate knocks it down. Forced on the other end. He's fouled on his way to the basket. Hit the first, he's up to 20 points. Second one's no good, but rebounds kept alive there by Musser. And Horst takes his missed free throw and turns it into 2 points for the Warriors. 22 here for number 2. And he tried to add a steal to that total. Out of bounds last touch by Horst. Warriors by 20. Wright's three-pointer's no good. We got a jump ball situation. Arrow points the Warriors' direction. Watching Warwick for the first time in person this season, it's easy to see how they come into this game with a mark of 6-0 in Section 2. A lot of depth on the bench. They've hit a lot of three-pointers and overall just played good-looking basketball. Coach Cox makes his first appearance here in this one as he's got a spot to clean on the floor. Washington to Horst. That's Sturgis for 3, kept alive by Washington. Second chance points for the Warriors as Washington gets the defensive rebound and then dribbles the hoop and lays in for 2. Right has it stolen by Horst, and Horst immediately converts on the other end, and that's going to prompt a timeout from Coach Hall. Solanco 42, Warwick 66, 4:38 left here in the 4th. Well, we've got a break in the game action. Let's take a few moments and thank some of our sponsors of Solanco Athletics: Susquehanna Ford, Rhodes Energy, Dolce Vita Pizzeria and Grill, Stewart Enterprises, the Katie Hall team at Berkshire Hathaway, the Daily Grind in Quarryville, and CR Laps Family Restaurant. Thanks for everything you do for Solanco Athletics. Here's Zay Wright with it now. Has it poked away momentarily by Washington. Gets it to Dan Bailey. Dan's going to shoot for 3, and that is good from Dan Bailey. Johnson's fouled. Foul's called in the shooting motion. I was wrong there. It looked like all the players on the court thought it was going to be called on the shot, but the referees disagree. The Warriors will inbound from underneath the basket here. Jacob Spade checks in for Warwick. The freshman Garrett Wagner checks in for Solanco for the first time. Noah Bailey's going to have a seat here on the Mule bench for a little bit. Washington hands to Johnson. Johnson has Spade here. The foul's called. And inbound goes to Washington. Washington can't convert, but he gets his own miss. Second time up is good for Washington. Wagner underneath to Bailey. Dan Bailey, 2 more. Last 5 Mules points have all belonged to Dan Bailey. Hit a 3 last time down. 2 more this time. Horst! And it goes around the cylinder a couple times, but eventually it falls there for Parker Horst. .245 left here in the 4th. Mules down 23. Wagner trying to get it to Dan Bailey. Dan just wasn't quite ready for that pass. Got on him too quickly. Horst baseline jumper. Won't fall. Dan Bailey has the rebound for Solanco. Zay Wright looks behind him. Finds Garrett Wagner. Back iron from Garrett Wagner. Floorboard scooped up by Horst and the Warriors. And Horst wiggles through that Mules defense. Lays off the glass for 2 more for Warwick. And Wright's fouled here. Let's see if it's called against Washington or Sturgis. It's going to go against Sturgis. Wright was in the act of shooting, so he's going to head to the charity stripe. Substitutions here for both teams. For Solanco, Jerebeck's on. Austin Jerebeck's on for the first time tonight. For Warwick, Colin Bernstein and Ryan Rusnock. Both check in, and then we got one more substitution from Coach Hall as Rabina's in replacing Wright. Commits the traveling violation. So that turnover by Warwick will give the ball back to Solanco. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter in Quarryville on a Friday night. Jerebeck inside, off the glass, 2 points for Austin Jerebeck. Horst spins, weaves, is fouled there by Rabina. Another substitution for Solanco. Sam Harper is in. Nolan Wagner has a seat on the Mules bench. And Horst knocks down a free throw. Looks like that's going to be it for him tonight, but he did get to 30 points before leaving this one. Jerebeck turns, guarded here by Spade. Riley 4-3. That was right of target. Jerebeck gets the defensive floorboard, offensive floorboard. Silvas eventually claimed that rebound for Warwick. Zimmerman turns. Silvas in the corner here. Spade guarded by Jerebeck. And they're going to call the offensive foul. Say Zimmerman, Tatum Zimmerman had his elbow out, making room for himself. Riley's pass is picked off there by Silvas. Layup attempt from Silvas is no good. Here's Rabina. Garrett Wagner. Sam Harper. In the corner we got Riley. And Riley goes off the glass. 2 points for the Mules. And that'll do it. Our finals, Solanco 53, Warwick 74. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week.